characteristics. Audiolingual method. So the audiolingual method was used in the 1950s and the 1960s, and the emphasis was not on the understanding of words, but rather on the acquisition of structures and patterns in common everyday dialogue. These patterns are repeated and tested until the responses are given by the students, and they are mostly used for foreign languages. So I'm going to talk about the characteristics of this method, audiolingual method. Drills are used to teach structural patterns. There are stacked phrases are memorized with a focus of intonation. Grammatic explanations are kept to a minimum. Vocabulary is taught in context. Audio-visual aids are used. Focus on pronunciation. Correct responses are positively reinforced immediately. So, during the modern age, the audiolingual method is used as a part of individual lessons rather than a foundation course. So this type of lessons can be popular as they are relatively simple from the teacher's point of view and the learners as well. So I'm going to tell you all the pros and cons of this method. So we'll start with the advantages. The students practicing this method feels it useful when they learn a language class for the very first time. You can use it for better pronunciation, and this helps in increased participation as a result of the drilling exercises. The use of visual cues, which was thought to help develop vocabulary. This emphasis on useful language, better pronunciation, and visual cues make students better able to understand the content well and fluently. The disadvantages of this method is that there is sometimes, if it's held in a bigger classroom, most of the students might not reply to the teacher. They will, in some cases, some students will have a difficulty in the ability of drifting and drilling. As if you have it in a big classroom, there will be, say, if you have a lot of students, you say you want the students to repeat after you, but in some cases repetitions don't work. Okay, so this method, audiolingual method, has three subtypes. Okay, so the first one is focus on practical pronunciations. So this approach, audiolingual approach, is based upon language structure. Naturally treated the sounds of language as important building blocks for the creation of utterance that is meaningful strings of sound. All language can be used with this method, since obviously to learn a language you need to know the pronunciation first. Second, do structural drilling exercise. As in many disciplines, there is, in some cases, there is a need of repetition to develop the content, develop the strength and ability to content. So audiolingual method does help. Next, we have the use of dialogue practice. The natural step in the construction of language is from sound to sentence in dialogues. So basically it's when a person exchanges information between two or even more people. So this can be done through everyday dialogues, which are probably the most familiar ways of audiolingual method. And this would be a great way to learn any languages. Okay, activity time.